History remembers the victors, but it is written in the ashes of the fallen. Some civilizations fade quietly into time, while others rage against oblivion, clawing for relevance in a world that has moved on. The Cabal do not accept defeat. Their empire was forged in war, built on the backs of conquest and ruled by those who refuse to surrender, even as the weight of history bears down upon them. Guardians, welcome to my channel. I'm Pixel Nomad, and today we embark on a journey through time, both in Destiny universe and our own. We will unravel the real-world inspiration behind the Cabal, their philosophy, their war machine, and the rulers who shaped their empire. From Rome's disciplined legions to the excess of its emperors, from military coups to gladiatorial combat, we will expose the echoes of history that live on in Destiny's mightiest conquerors. The Cabal are not just another species fighting for dominance. They are a war-driven empire, shaped by conquest, held together by tradition, and ruled by leaders who see themselves as divine. Their legions march like the armies of Rome. Their banners rise like the standards of Caesar, and their rulers stand atop a crumbling throne, desperate to reclaim their former glory. But the Cabal are not merely alien. They're warlords, they're emperors, their unrelenting hunger for expansion. They are echoes of something much older, a legend as ancient as Rome itself. To the Cabal, war is not chaos. War is order. War is civilization. To fight is to prove one's worth. To conquer is to claim one's rightful place in history. This is not an ideology. It is the foundation of their existence. The Cabal see themselves as the rightful rulers of the cosmos, destined to bring all under their banner. Strength is their currency. Weakness is a death sentence. And they are not the first to believe in such a doctrine. The Roman Empire saw war as a divine right, expansion as a destiny. To be Roman was to rule. Rome's legions carved the path of conquest, from the British Isles to the sands of Egypt, absorbing cultures, reshaping civilizations, and forging an empire that would echo through history. Their belief in Pax Romana, the idea that peace could only be maintained through absolute military dominance, mirrors the Cabal's relentless expansion. To be Roman was to conquer, to bend the world to their will. And to the Cabal, this philosophy remains the only law worth following. The very names of the Cabal's military units are drawn from the annals of history. Legionnaires, phalanxes, centurions, Colossus, titles that once commanded fear on the battlefields of Earth, now reborn in the ranks of an alien empire. Just as Rome's legions marched with discipline and purpose, so too the Cabal waged war with relentless precision. The Cabal forces are not made up solely of their own kind. The Psions, once a free species, were enslaved and integrated into the Cabal's war machine, just as Rome conscripted soldiers and slaves from conquered territories. In Rome, auxiliaries from distant lands were absorbed into the ranks, forced to fight for the very empire that subjugated them. The Psions, too, became unwilling servants, used for their psychic abilities, exploited as strategists, spies, and weapons of war. They do not fight for glory, but out of necessity, bound by the will of their conquerors. And then there are the war beasts, feral, relentless, and trained only to kill. The Romans too used war animals as weapons of fear and destruction. From the war dogs that tore through enemy ranks to the spectacle of lions and tigers in the Colosseum, these creatures were both tools of warfare and display of dominance. The Cabal unleashed their war beasts in much the same way. Hounds of war that rip and tear through anything in their path, a living symbol of their empire's brutality. The Cabal are not a chaotic horde, they are an empire of discipline, structure, and relentless efficiency. Their military is built on the same principles that made Rome legions unstoppable. Like Rome, the Cabal legions are vast, organized, and unwavering. Soldiers are not individuals. They are parts of a war machine. Their commanders are not just warriors, but architects of battle, shaping the war front like sculptors carve marble. And just like Rome, the Cabal do not simply destroy, they assimilate. They absorb the cultures they conquer, repurposing them for the glory of the empire. Their dominion is not just about power, it's about legacy. To die in battle is the highest honor. To fight in the arena is to prove one's worth. Rome had its gladiators. The Cabal have their champions. Gladiatorial games of Rome were more than entertainment. They were rituals of power, a display of dominance where only the strongest survive. The Cabal embraced the same philosophy. In their arenas, only the most powerful warriors earn the right to lead. The weak, they are forgotten. Emperor Calus was not a mere leader. He was a god in his own eyes, a living embodiment of excess, indulgence, and absolute power, until his greed led him to side with the witness, sealing his fate by our hands. Like the emperors of Rome, he believed in grand feasts, in luxury beyond comprehension, in ruling not just through power, but through spectacle. Nero, Caligula, Commodus, rulers who saw themselves as divine, untouchable, but decadence breeds downfall. Calus was not simply overthrown, he was betrayed by his closest advisors, by his own people, and ultimately by the empire he believed he ruled. When Dominus Ghaul led the coup against him, casting him into exile, it was not just a loss of power, but a loss of identity. But betrayal do not change a man like Calus, it reveals him. Stripped of his throne, he did not reflect, did not learn. Instead, he descended further into indulgence, seeking power not through wisdom or strength, but through surrender to the witness, to the whispers of the abyss. He did not learn as a ruler seeking redemption, but as a shadow of himself, desperate to be remembered, even in ruin.
Fitting your traveler would send you to face me once more. Look upon me, Dominus of the Red Legion, annihilator of suns, raiser of 1,000 worlds, slayer of gods and conqueror of the light. I am Ghaul! And I have become legend.
Before Calus fell, there was Ghaul, the usurper, the warlord, the Dominus. He was not born in power, he took it, forged in suffering, rising from nothing to lead the Cabal through sheer will and force. But Ghaul was not mere general, he saw himself as something greater, something divine. Even his very title, Dominus, echoes the Roman emperors of old. Dominus et Deus, Lord and God, was how Emperor Diocletian demanded to be addressed. a sign of ultimate authority. The title Dominus marked the transition of Rome from republic to an empire ruled by absolute monarchs. Ghaul took his name not as a mere rank, but as a declaration of a divine conquest. Like the emperors who saw themselves as gods on earth, he believed he was destined to reshape the galaxy through war. Ghaul was not emperor of decadence, he was a conqueror in the truest sense, a man who rose from nothing, a soldier forged in suffering, a general who took what he was denied. He saw Calus' empire as weak, bloated, undeserving, and like Julius Caesar crossing the Rubicon, he made a choice to take power by force. Like the brutal Roman emperors Septimus Severus or Maxentius, Ghaul believed only in strength. He ruled not by the will of the gods, but the might of his legions. He sought to claim the light itself, to elevate himself beyond mere mortality. But like so many tyrants before him, his ambition was his downfall. Caiatl did not inherit a crumbling empire. She walked away from it. When her father Calus spiraled into decadence and madness, she chose a different path. She gathered the legions still loyal to her vision, rejecting her father's excess and Ghaul's ruthless tyranny. She did not wait for the Cabal to collapse. She seized control of her own destiny. Caiatl, daughter of Calus, rose not as a tyrant, but as a unifier. She knew the mistakes of her father. She saw the arrogance of Ghaul. And just like Augustus, the first true emperor of Rome, she sought to rebuild what war had nearly destroyed. She is a warrior, a tactician, but above all, a survivor. Where Calus revealed in excess and Ghaul sought absolute dominion, Caiatl plays the long game. She seeks alliances, she strengthens her forces, and she ensures that the Cabal will endure. For her, empire is not about indulgence or conquest, it's about survival. Empires rise, empires fall. Rome's legacy echoes through history, shaping civilizations long after its banners turn to dust. And the Cabal, they too stand at a crossroad. Once conquerors, now scattered warriors. Some cling to the old ways, glory through war. Others, like Caiatl, fight not for the conquest, but for survival. But history has taught us one thing. No empire is eternal. The mightiest rulers fall. The greatest legacies fade. And the only question remains is, when the end comes for the Cabal, will they go down in flames, or will they adapt and endure? Guardians, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please leave a like to this video and subscribe to my channel. And may the light be with you.